family. Welcome to another episode or another content on hiring with Wunmi. So this video is majorly positioned or targeted to people that are in their final year and they are looking to gain capacity or upskill in a chosen field. For example, myself, by the time I was in 200 level, I had the sense of direction that I wanted to be in the HR space. And then there are many other people that in their final year they have this sense of direction that they want to be in this particular space. It might be customer experience, it might be HR, it might be tech, it might be fintech. So what do you do? So for me, I'm going to be putting out practical steps in transitioning or in gaining capacity while schooling into your world of passion or your field of passion. So for me, what I did was, as a 200 level, when I had this knowledge or had the sense of direction that this is the field I wanted to move into, what I did was networked. I actually networked. So at that point in time, I created my LinkedIn profile. I networked. I reached out to a couple of people that are also in the same field that I am interested in, and then reached out and said, "Oh, I love their content." Followed up with whatever they are putting out there. Just kind of show myself out there that I'm enthusiastic about this particular field. And then once there was an opportunity for me to volunteer, oh, I'm the first person to jump at it. And one other thing I did was I was part of a group which was Agile HR at that point in time. I was part of their group. So when it was time for call for volunteers to, man the onboarding department, the membership units, I was part of the people that actually indicated interest. And that was my first experience in onboarding in the world of HR. And when another opportunity opened with another mentor of mine to, work remotely, even with no cost at that point in time, I jumped at it because of the passion I have for HR and the job. So if you're one person that you are in school, you have this sense of direction that this is the field I want to be in, the best thing for you to do is volunteer in this field, reach out to people that are in this field way ahead of you. Look at how they've been able to, position themselves as an expert in that field, learn from their footsteps, volunteer, take up skills that are relevant, so that by the time you are finishing your final year or you're finishing your tertiary education, you have enough experience, enough volunteering experience, enough skills, enough knowledge to pass on to your CV employable and become employable. So for me, by the time I started working on recruitment remotely, even if it was not as structured as it is at this point in time, by the time I started, I started reaching out on Indeed, applying to jobs on Jobberman, applying to jobs. I wasn't that an expert then, but I was doing all of these things shabbily. So I got an interview even before um my clearance in tertiary university. Then I got an interview and I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to ace your interview, how to position yourself, how to sell yourself. I did that. And by the time I was done with my interview, I was a political science student. My competitor was an human resource student. So who won? I obviously was the one that got the job at that point in time because of the rigorous or the small level of experience I had in the recruitment. It was a consulting firm at that point in time. And consulting firms are very, very key or very, very positioned or very, very large on recruitment for clients. So because of the small knowledge I've had about recruitment here and there, even though it was not as structured enough, but was teachable, right, at that point in time. So it was easy for me to ace that job at that point in time. And I would say that was a pivotal point in my HR world, getting that job, because the experience I garnered on the job that I got at that point in time is very, very essential, and it is what has turned me to who I am today. Because when it comes to quality of work, when it comes to precision, when it comes to working with diverse industry across board, from FMCG to oil and gas to multinationals, working with a consulting firm, introduces you to all of this diverse sector. So this video is for you if you're looking to transition into the world of, world of HR, or it might be even with customer experience, it might even be tech. So it is not a rocket science. You need to like have it in your mind that it is a step-by-step approach. And the first step for you is you also have to first determine your purpose. Where is that field I want to upskill in? After determining that, okay, this is the field I want to grow up in, the next thing for you is, networking with people in that field. Go to events. There are very few events. I said very few. There are a lot of events out there for you to, you know, learn from, for you to network, and for you to, scale. And then just give yourself a space of 1 year and you would see the measurable impact that this step-by-step approach would have had on you. So my name is Wunmi Oladele. If you've not followed me yet or you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Like I said, this is a channel where we talk about lifestyle. I bring storytelling on, practical tips that has garnered me or scaled me in the world of HR, right? And till we see again the next time, I'm going to be bringing more tips on, you know, once you have had this volunteering experience, you've networked with people, what are the things that should be on your CV as, entry level and enthusiasts. So that's all we'll be speaking about the next episode. So watch out till we see again.